What's going on, guys, in the works? And it's been a while since I sat down and did a actual video. You know, I've been doing the showdown videos. I've been doing a lot of live streaming the past couple days. So if you've been missing out on that, I usually announce that stuff on Twitter and Facebook, which I always link in the descriptions of my videos. But I've been playing the patch quite a bit the past couple days, and I've learned a lot of things that I didn't know before. I've learned some of my favorite weapons, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And you've probably already noticed the weapon I'm using is a weapon that I have made an underused weapon series on before, the AK74M, and I've said that I wasn't really a huge fan of it. Well, with the patch, the AK74M is now one of, if not the most powerful weapon in my eyes. It is one of my favorites now. As far as assault rifles go, I'm going to keep this with assault rifles because we don't want to assume that, you know, everybody plays the same way, because I'm sure there's some. Oh, look at that, we got a little 4-piece right there. That's a nice little string of points, 420. And you know, not everybody plays the assault role, and I understand that, but assault is obviously the main class in Battlefield 3. It's what most people play. It tends to be the most competitive class, and you know, like I said, I don't want to assume that everyone likes to play it, but as far as assault rifles go, AK74M with heavy barrel and foregrip is the attachments that I've found work best for it. It is the class that I found works best with the suppression, and there's a few reasons. Now, we all know that the heavy barrel used to be the most useless attachment. It had really no benefit to using the heavy barrel except on maybe like the AN94. Well, since they kind of reduced that vertical recoil now, they don't penalize you as much on the vertical recoil. And they've, instead of that, they kind of complemented it by penalizing hipfire, which is fine with me, because if I'm using the heavy barrel, hipfire is something I really don't care about because I'm trying to be a little bit more accurate with my shots downrange. And since they've added that, they've kind of made the heavy barrel a really attractive choice, especially since, you know, they reduced the vertical climb by 70%. So I think it only reduces it, it only makes it go up by like 30% now. So that's manageable, considering that the AK74M already has a really manageable recoil to it. So not a huge issue on muzzle drift now. And since suppression is so prevalent, I found that the heavy barrel and aim fire is a very, very dire thing to have. I mean, you have got to have it, because, you know, I'm using a Metro gameplay, and you guys probably know I'm not really a Metro guy. I don't like posting a lot of Metro gameplay, but I think Metro highlights the suppression to the, you know, the fullest extent, because you're always getting suppressed on Metro. And one of the problems I've run into in the past is that, you know, with this new patch, you can't really seem to get on target because you're getting suppressed so often. Now, heavy barrel kind of counters that in my eyes, but by increasing the aim fire, it makes it a little bit easier to stay on target when you're getting suppressed. Like right there, I'm suppressed, I can't hit that guy, so I just bail. And I finally, oh, revolver, that's another thing we'll talk about a little bit later on. But, you know, suppression just, it makes it so that you feel like you can't hit the broadside of the barn, and it's really frustrating to a lot of people. And I found that this class works really well to kind of combat that. Oftentimes I will run squad cover though, because I hate all these bullets whizzing by my head, and that's the way I kind of counter it. But since heavy barrel does increase that aim fire, you have a better chance of hitting that person while suppressed. And, you know, normally I'd say if you're suppressed, just bail, you know, just duck behind some cover, recover. But sometimes you're not always in the situation where you can do that. What if someone starts shooting at you first and you really don't have any cover to hide behind, and you have to either A, beat them in a gunfight, or B, die? So obviously you don't want to die, and the heavy barrel kind of bails you out of some of the situations that suppression can really muck up. And I don't know, I've enjoyed using the 74M. The moderate rate of fire, you know, the low recoil, the high accuracy has made it a really powerful weapon post-patch. I know a lot of you guys said in my underused weapons video that you didn't really like the 74, or that you did like the 74M, that it was one of your favorite assault rifles. Well, I can kind of see what you guys were talking about now. I've come to appreciate this one quite a bit. The L85 is another weapon I've been using quite frequently as well. I've kind of gotten away from the M16, because, you know, the M16 was the all god mode weapon. You know, everybody and their mom used the M16. And now it seems a little bit more balanced. There's a lot of really strong choices out there depending on what kind of player you are. So try out this setup. It's a pretty awesome setup. I enjoy using it, and it's probably my favorite right now. But I want to talk a little bit about LMGs, actually, since we're talking about some of my favorite weapons now. And LMGs seem nerfed to all hell. The suppression really killed the LMGs. The aim fire on the LMGs is horrible now. And you combo that with the suppression, and you can't hit anything. It's just so frustrating to have to sit here and waste 100 rounds just to kill one person, and it's so silly. And I guess that's where bipod comes into play, because bipod does give you the accuracy bonus, so I think they're trying to encourage more bipod use. But honestly, I'm pretty sure that a 249 could hit somebody 100 meters away if they sprayed 100 bullets at it. And I mean, I understand suppression really reduces the aim fire on those things, but come on, I mean, they went a little bit overboard on that. I'm assuming they're going to change it. I've seen information saying that they actually are going to change it in the future, so hopefully that does come to fruition. But I think that we'll probably have to wait quite a while, because think about how long it took them with the last patch and how long it's probably going to take them with this patch. So I don't know, a lot of new weapons have kind of come to the forefront as being really good. The SG553 is another one that I've really endorsed here in the past couple of videos, and I enjoy using that. But overall, I think the weapon that I would give most improved after the patch is the 74M. I mean, this thing is just an absolute monster. I like the rate of fire. I like that it's kind of a burst weapon in my eyes. I don't ever go fully auto with this thing unless someone like sneaks up on me, and I just burst fire in like 2, 3, 4 bullet, kind of like a repetition. It's really easy to burst fire. Whereas like the M16, I could burst fire, but I couldn't control the rate of fire like I can with the 74M, and that's why I like it so much. And man, I'm getting buku points right now. But suppression has never really been easier to get that suppression medal. I've gotten like 2 suppression medals since this patch, and before it was a lot harder to get. So if you're still trying to grind to get your MG36, where you have to get 50 suppression assist, you can probably get that pretty easy now, if you've been waiting to get it. So try it out now. Now is your opportunity. But I've been doing a lot of sniping still. I know a lot of you guys are probably getting tired of seeing me sniping, but I found that the Magnum now is definitely the best sidearm, so we're definitely going to have to redo the Magnum versus Rex showdown here in Season 2, because it's a whole new world now. I think the Magnum is probably the best choice on pistols, because they kind of sped up the reload, they kind of sped up the rate of fire, and they've made it a really attractive choice, where before I didn't really like it as much. So definitely a fan of the Magnum now. I think that is the most improved pistol post-patch. Not to mention that the 1911 did get a substantial rate of fire buff to be up there with the other pistols. So I'll have to try that one out. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to mess with that one yet. But if you missed any of my last videos, now's your chance to catch up. I had a pretty funny Battlefield 3 video that I put up yesterday with some team killing. And then to my 2 latest videos there at the bottom. And then in the top left corner, I have a live gameplay with Sergeant Merrill. So check any of those out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.